We're here with local speculative fiction author John Christopher, whose new book is Somewhere Out There in the West. John, in Somewhere Out There in the West, you tied together many different conspiracies and theologies. What prompted you to do this?
Well, I have a great love of conspiracy stories. I like theology to read about it. It's always interested me. Back when I started writing this novel, I was reading a lot of conspiracy stories online. This is about 2010, 2011. About chemtrails and aliens, reptilians, all kinds of stuff like that. And to me, as I'd go and I'd read these stories online, it was like reading real life fiction because the people writing these articles really believed it, or it came across that they really believed it. I just got really caught up in it, and of course the imagination starts taking over, And so when I started writing the story, all of this stuff started coming back in. Illuminati's, lizard people, all this stuff, and then it all became part of the wellspring of creativity.
And the novel focuses around 2012. The hype surrounding 2012 fizzled out as quickly as it came. How did this affect writing the book?
Oh, completely affected it. I started writing the book in 2012, in the early part of it, and I was all caught up in the hype that was going on online, not believing any of it myself, but really like from a observer point of view, like what is going to happen? And so I was July, August of that year, I was writing a ton of the story, and then I got to this point where I reached the actual moment of 2012, and I was like, what happens? I don't know. And my mind was at a blank, so I ended up putting the story away for a couple years, and 2012 came and went, and I just let it sit there until I brought it out again and read it and went, oh my gosh, now I know what happened, and then I continued on from there.
And do you have any advice for young authors?
I would say write stuff down in notebooks, because this story, actually where it initially began was I went through some boxes of notebooks that I had that were 30 years old, 25 years old, and I was reading through one of my notebooks and I came across just a page, it's like a page and a half, that I had written the start of the story, that is the first page of the novel. And for some reason, reading that just completely unlocked all of the stuff that I had tied up in my mind, all of the conspiracies, all of that, and it all started happening. So I would say for a young writer, keep all of those notebooks and then go through them years later, because you never know. You might actually have had a novel in there that you didn't know.
Local speculative fiction author John Christopher. Below the video, you can find links to his website and the book. Thanks, John.
Thank you.